Hello everybody, welcome to Game 2 of the Inside Pitch 1969 Fall Classic between the San Francisco Giants and the Baltimore Orioles. Giants took the first game 3-1 behind a strong pitching performance from Juan Marichal. Orioles will try to counter with Dave McNally on the mound against left-hander Dave McCormick for the Giants. And in Game 3, it'll be Gaylord Perry against Jim Palmer. But right now, we have two lefties, the battle of lefties, McNally and McCormick. Let's go through the lineups very quickly. Fuentes at third, Hunt at second, Bonds in right, McCovey at first, Mays in center, Jimmy Ray Hart in left. Phil Hyatt gets the catching, or I'm sorry, not Phil Hyatt, Jack Hyatt. I don't know where I got Phil Hyatt from. Jack Hyatt is doing the catching. Hal Lanier is the shortstop, and McCormick is the pitcher. For the Orioles, slight change because of the lefty on the mound. We'd have Echebarren catching instead of Elrod Hendricks. So we have Buford, Blair, Robinson, Powell, Robinson again, Johnson, Echebarren, Belanger, and McNally. All right, so Earl Weaver got his Chesterfields at the ready just in case he has more frustrations. Almost a must-win game for the Orioles. They just don't want to go down 2-0 and then have to go to San Francisco for 3 games. That would not be what they would like to do. Now, what Earl Weaver wants to do is reverse history, because in the real 1969 Fall Classic, the Orioles won Game 1 and then went on to lose 4 in a row to the Mets. So they like to lose this one and win 4 in a row against the Giants, but we'll see how that plays out. So leading off for the Giants will be third baseman Tito Fuentes against Dave McNally. And as I said before in Game 1, if you like black and orange, this is your series, because those are the color schemes for both teams. The only thing that's different is the columns and the rows, the orange and the black, are rotated. So that's the only way you can tell them apart, basically. All right, so Tito Fuentes will lead things off. Looks like everything is where it needs to be. Make sure everything's in focus. I think it is. So we are ready to go. Game 2, before they travel to San Francisco for Game 3. Orioles, like I said, almost in a must-win situation. You really don't want to go down 0-2 if you can avoid it. McNally to Fuentes, and Game 2 is underway. 4-5. 4-5 is a range play. Right off the bat, we go to Fuentes' card. We get a 6-3. That's a star 2, which is a ground ball to short. We got the range check of the shortstop, Belanger. He is a 3. And he gets to it. So Belanger makes the tough play, gets to it, ranges to it, throws to Boog Powell at first for 1 away, and that brings up Ron Hunt, second baseman. 6-4, blank against a right-hander, so Hunt gets the swing. 2-3, and that's a single pass short. This time Belanger unable to get to it as Hunt puts it past him for a 1-out single. Hunt's attempt is a 1, but there's a -1 for McNally, so no attempt to steal, but there will be a strategy roll based on balk and pickoff chances. So we'll see if anything comes up for that for McNally. Don't get a 20, so there's no worries of that. So here's Bobby Bonds stepping to the plate. Infield is halfway. McNally, 3-5, and that's a potential error on a ground ball. Bonds will swing, 5-6. It's a single to right. 14, so there's no error on the right fielder, Frank Robinson. He's only a 3. So it's a single to right field, and we'll see about runner advancement. And of course, when I sat down here, the one thing I forgot to do was to get the chart for the base running advancement. I had everything else in place and just did not have that one. So let's see here. Single to right field, you gain 2 going from first to third. Hunt's base running rating is a 4. It makes him a 6. Frank Robinson is a -1, so that makes him a 5. A 1 to 5, and he will make it. And he does. So Hunt makes it to third base. And now runners are at the corners with only 1 out. And let's see about Bonds getting a chance to steal. He's got an attempt of 5, minus the 1 is a 4. But no steal attempt. He cannot get the jump. Infield is still going to play halfway, looking for that double play. McCovey is a 2, plus the 1 from McNally, plus halfway. Plus the pivot men are both also 1s. So any ground ball would be a 5 or lower to get the double play. So good chance to get that double play if they can induce the ground ball. McNally delivers, 1-6. Strikeout chance, 17 though is too much. Go to McCovey. 3-5. And against a lefty, though, that is a single. So how about that? A reverse split there. That is actually a single past first base. And the Giants grab a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first against McNally and the Orioles. Earl Weaver squirming in the dugout once again. To get from first to third on S3, you need a 2 or better base running rating. Bonds is a 5, so he will make it to third easily. And again, runners are at the corners with 1 out. And we'll roll strategy for McNally to see if there's any kind of pickoff chance. And there is not. Mays is certainly not bunting. So again, infield is halfway, playing for the double play. And if they do it this time, it'll be guaranteed because the 3 plus the 1 would be a 4. They're being halfway, make them a 5, and both pivots are a 1. So it'll be a guaranteed double play if they can turn it or if they can induce it. 5-4, there's a strikeout chance, but 19 is too much. So they're hoping for that double play. 4-5, and they got it right here. Ground ball to second. Don't have to. I've already calculated. It's a 4-6-3 double play. It's automatic because of the fact of both pivot men being a +1. He's a 3, makes it a 4. He's +1, makes it a 5. They were halfway, makes it a 6. So it's automatic. And that's going to end the inning. So the Giants get a run. I guess it could have been worse, but McNally was able to induce that ground ball out of Willie Mays. But at the end of half an inning, it is the Giants 1, the Orioles coming to bat. And left-hander Mike McCormick, not a bad season in 69, 11-9, but his ERA was only 3.34, so not too bad. Gave up 22 less hits than he did innings pitched. Did walk quite a few compared to strikeouts, but still solid. And Don Buford will lead things off for the Orioles as Earl Weaver says, get into this thing, get some runs. 5-1 is a potential walk, and against a lefty, he walks at a 12, -1's 11, that's a 7. So Don Buford draws the leadoff walk, and that may be the bugaboo on McCormick is giving up some of these walks. He's a 4, -1's a 3 to get a jump. Can't do it. Bring up Paul Blair, infield is halfway. McCormick 2-4 is a strikeout chance, 7 is too much, so Blair will swing. 3-3, he's going to fly to left, and that's 1 away as Jimmy Ray Hart puts it away. 1 down for Frank Robinson. Again, roll the strategy, nothing happening. McCormick, 1-4, that's a possible error on a throw. Robinson, 6-1 is a single to right field. Single to right field, 19 means there's not going to be an error on any throw. But let's see about the runner going to third base. Buford, base running rating's a 4. You add 2 when you go to right field from first base, when you go to third base, rather. So that gives him a 6. And Bonds is a 0, so he will make it without a throw. So there would not have been an error on throw anyway because there was no throw made, as it turns out. So Frank Robinson gets the base hit, puts runners on the corners with only 1 out. Infield is at double play depth. Robinson cannot get the jump. He's a 1, but that's a -1, so he cannot get the jump. But Boog Powell, definitely a double play candidate. So McCormick looking to do tit for tat and cause the Orioles to ground into a double play. First roll strategy. And there's no 20, so nothing's going on there. McCormick, 5-2 is a blank, so we go to Powell's card. 3-6, that's a ground ball to short. Could be that double play they're looking for. He's a 3, plus the 1 is a 4. They were halfway, makes him a 5. The pivot at second is a 0. So unless this is a 6, it's a double play. It's a double play, just what they were looking for. 4-6-3. One good double play deserves another. And both pitchers use the double play ball to get out of a jam. The only difference is the Giants picked up a run before they hit into theirs. So at the end of 1 complete, it's San Francisco 1 and the Orioles nothing. And Dave McNally back out to face Jimmy Ray Hart, who just pounds lefties. Pounds them into submission. So McNally's got to negotiate that. 2-3 strikeout plus for a lefty, but against a righty, it is blank. So here's Jimmy Ray Hart. 1-6, that's a question mark. 8, 1-12 is your hit. That's a 13. He just missed it. It's a fly to center. Paul Blair puts it away. Could have been extra bases for Jimmy Ray Hart. Missed a double by 1 number. So that'll bring up Jack Hyatt. This is his first start of the series as Game 1 starter for the Giants at catcher was Dick Dietz. But in this game, they decided to go with Jack Hyatt. 5-5. That's a walk plus. So, and he walks a lot anyway, so the plus gives him a 37. -1's a 36, so obviously a walk there for Hyatt. He draws the base on balls with 1 down for Hal Lanier. Roll the strategy for McNally. There is no chance of a balk or a pickoff. Infield again is halfway. 5-5, that's another walk plus, but this time Lanier doesn't walk nearly enough, plus that's a 20, so no walk, but Lanier will swing. 4-5, and that's a single right past McNally. So how about that, a base hit on an S1. To get from first to third, you have to have a 4 for your base running rating, and Hyatt as a catcher is only a 2, so he has to hold at second base. So we got runners at first and second with only 1 out, and the pitcher Mike McCormick up in a definite bunt situation. First we roll strategy for the pickoff or balk, and there's nothing happening there, so he's going to attempt to bunt. Let's see if McNally strikes him out or does something else. 1-5 is a strikeout chance, and he got him, so bunt unsuccessful on the strikeout. So McCormick is out of there, 2 down for Tito Fuentes, and nothing happening. McNally, 6-4, blank to a switch hitter batting right-handed. It's a blank. Fuentes, 4-1 against a left-hand. It's a question mark 8, but against a lefty, it only goes to 16. But that's a 1, so it will be a base hit. Base hit to center field. See if the run can score. Again, Hyatt only runs at a 2. There are 2 outs, makes him a 3. The single to center to score, you add 2, gives him a 5. Paul Blair, -2, makes it a 3. So 1-3, and he can score. 2, he does score. So how about that? Giants take a 2-0 lead on the base hit by Tito Fuentes. Hal Lanier to get to center. I'm sorry, to get to third on the single to center. You lose 1, and his rating is a 3, becomes a 2. There are 2 outs, makes it a 3. But Blair's a -2, makes it a 1. So let's see if he can make it or not. I doubt it. And he does not. So he will stop at second base. But the key base hit for Tito Fuentes. And the Giants now have a 2-0 lead to work with. And here's Ron Hunt. Nothing on the strategy roll. McNally, 3-4. 3-4, he's not tired, so there's no single. Go to Hunt. 6-3, he's going to fly to center, and Blair puts it away to end the inning. But another run, 2 innings and 2 runs for the Giants. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, and it's 2-0 Giants. We go to the bottom of the second, and Earl has already lit up his first Chesterfield. And he has 2 packs with him just in case. I think he was planning for the worst, and he might be getting it. Here's Brooks Robinson. 6-6, that's a blank on McCormick. We go to Robinson's card. 2-3. 2-3 is a ground ball to short, and Lanier puts it away easily. 1 down for Davey Johnson. 6-5 is another blank. We go to Johnson. 5-3, star 2, and that's a fly to center field for out number 2. 2 down for Andy Etchebarren. He will be the catcher in this game against the lefty McCormick, as Elrod Hendricks does not hit lefties well, so Earl Weaver doing the platoon. 2-4, strikeout chance, but against a lefty, it's only an 11, -2 is a 9, so 13 is too much. Etchebarren will swing. 2-5, he's going to fly to center. And again, Willie Mays puts it away, and the inning is over. So 2 innings are in the books. It's 2-0. Guys from California. As the Giants lead at 2-0, McNally back out to face Bobby Bonds. And on the 69 season, McNally was a 20-game winner, 20-7, 3.21 ERA. So he's just getting some bad rolls, apparently. Here's Bonds. 1-3 is a strikeout chance, and this time he got him. And second strikeout for McNally. Here's McCovey. 6-1, that's a range play at Memorial Stadium. McCovey, 3-2 is a fly to left. We're doing the range of Buford. He's a 4. 1-4, he makes the play. And he does. So Buford makes a nice running catch. Saves potential extra bases. 2 down, bases clear for Willie Mays. say hey. 2-5, strike out, say hey, say a strikeout. So McNally, 1, 2, 3 inning, and Earl Weaver says that's more like it. Now he just has to get his offense going. He only scored 1 run in game 1 and nothing so far. So in 11 innings, the mighty Orioles have scored 1 run. And now the bottom of the order, Mark Belanger. 1-1 is a automatic out on McCormick. So let's see what the out is. It is a fly to center. 1 down. That brings up the pitcher, McNally. Not a very good hitter, 085. He does bat right-handed though. Pitches left but bats right. 5-2 is a blank, so we go to McNally. 6-1 is the star 6, which is another fly to center. 4 consecutive flyouts to center field. How about that? 4 in a row to Willie Mays. Here's Buford. Walked his first time up. 6-5 is a blank. We go to Buford's card. 6-3 is going to ground to second, and Hunt is there to end the inning. So nothing doing again for the Orioles as they just can't get it going. We go to the 4th, 2-0 Giants. And Earl doesn't know what to do with this team. They're just not hitting for whatever reason. So here's Jimmy Ray Hart. 6-5 is a strikeout chance, but 15 is too high. Go to Hart. 4-6, and that's one of those splits against lefties. He doubles. I told you he's a lefty killer. He doubles to left. That's why he's in there. You won't see him in there against Palmer, but you will see him in there against Cuellar and McNally. And Jimmy Ray Hart with that leadoff double. And that'll bring up Hyatt with a little strategy for McNally. Nothing happening. 4-5 is a range play. Infield is at normal depth. Hyatt, 4-4. That's a ground ball back to the pitcher, McNally. He's only a 1, so horrible range for McNally. This has to be a 1 for him to get to this. It is not. It's an S1, and every runner from second scores on an S1, so that's going to be an RBI single for Jack Hyatt. And again, the Giants put up another run. It's now 3-0. 3-0. And the Oriole bullpen may start to stir down there. Nothing on the strategy roll. Here's Lanier. 1-5, strikeout chance, but 7 is too high. Lanier, 3-6. He's going to single pass short. Yet another hit. Single pass short to get from first to third. You have to have a 5 base running rating, and Hyatt, again, as a catcher, is only a 2. So he will have to hold. But that will bring up a bunt situation from McCormick. He struck out his last time trying to bunt, but of course he's going to try again. First a strategy roll. Nothing happening. McNally. 5-2 is the ballpark card, but since he's bunting, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go straight to the bunt. McCormick is a 4, becomes a 3. And that's a 19. That could be problematic for a bunt. 3 and a 19 is a ground ball double play. Or not a double play for sure, but potentially a double play. It says proceed as you would any ground ball double play. The red die is a 1, means it goes back to the pitcher. So since it hits McNally, you get an extra boost on the double play rating. So he actually adds 2 to this now. And McCormick's a 0, but the pivot's a 1, so that makes it a 3. Plus they were halfway, makes it, or actually in at the corners, which I believe adds another one to it. So I think it's a 1-4 if I'm not mistaken. It's a 5, so it doesn't matter. They're not going to get the double play. They will get the force on Hyatt though, because he is the lead runner and his BR is only a 2. So actually McNally will field it and they'll go 1-5 to get the force play. It is a fielder's choice. Lanier goes to second. So I'm not sure on that roll whether you're supposed to throw to second for the fielder's choice or throw to third. I just went ahead and said lead runner because Lanier may have beaten that out. As a trail runner, he wasn't being held, so he would have gotten a big jump. So it makes more logical sense that the throw would go to third base. Especially for a pitcher, it's closer to go to third base. So it just made more sense to do it that way. All right, so first and second now with 1 out and 1 in. And Tito Fuentes, the batter. Nothing on the strategy roll. McNally to Fuentes. 4-1 strikeout chance, but 6 is too high. So Fuentes gets the swing. 3-1, he grounds it back to McNally, and this should, well, you never know. He's a 0 though, but it could be a double play. He's a double play rating of 1, but again, it's back to the pitcher, makes it a 2. They were halfway, makes it a 3, and the pivot is a 1, makes it a 4. So 1 to 4 is a double play, and the double play can only go second to first. He's not throwing to third base. He's going for the double play. So it's a 1 to 4 for a double play. And he got it. So it's a 1-6-3 double play. It's going to, actually it's a 1-4-3 double play, my bad. Because he's batting right-handed, so it would have been the second baseman fielding. So it's a 1-4-3 double play to get him out of the inning further. But again, another run for the Giants. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. They lead it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And you wonder how much longer Earl Weaver can go with McNally. But if he don't score any runs, it may not matter. Here's Paul Blair. 4-2 is a possible error on a ground ball. 4-1 against a lefty. That's a double to left field, so there's no ground ball error to worry about. That's just a double to left. Double to left, plus it's a 20, so there's no error anyway. But it's a double to left. Leadoff double for Paul Blair, so maybe they finally got something going. Roll the strategy roll for no pickoff attempt, and there's not. McCormick to Frank Robinson. 1-5, that's an automatic out. See what the out is. It's a 5, ground ball to short. Let's see if the runner can get to third base. Blair runs at a 5, so, but he can't get there. It had to be a 1 to 4 to get there. Since it's equal to, his base running range did not exceed the 5, it equaled to 5. You've got to exceed to get there, so he stays at second base with 1 out. And that brings up Boog Powell. McCormick, nothing on the strategy. 6-2 is a range play at Memorial Stadium for Boog Powell. 1-6 is a ground ball to second. Hunt, his range is a 3. See if he can get to it. He can, and that'll move the runner to third base. But now there are 2 outs. 2 outs and the runner now, Blair, is at third for Brooks Robinson. Chance for a balk, so we still roll the strategy. Nothing happening. McCormick, 5-5. He's not tired, so there's no single there. It's up to Brooks Robinson. 4-2. Grounds to short, and that's going to end the inning. So the inning is over. Inning is over. And they leave the runner at third base, so their best chance to score, and they came up empty-handed. And again, Weaver goes back to puff another Chesterfield. He's just pacing the dugout and just can't stand it. Palmer's trying to calm him down. All right, here's McNally facing Hunt. 1-2, strikeout chance. 5 is not going to be enough. That's a 6, but it's a -2, so the 5 exceeds the 4. Hunt gets to swing, 3-4. He's going to ground it to Boog Powell, though. So an easy play, 1 up and 1 down for Bobby Bonds. McNally, 6-5, strikeout chance, and this time he will get him. Second time he's rung up Bobby Bonds. 2 down for Willie McCovey. 2-4 against a lefty. That is a blank. McCovey gets the swing. 4-3 and a split chance again against a lefty. He will get the base hit. He's got the power against the righties, but the base hits are splits to the lefties. So it is a base hit past Davey Johnson at second base. So a 2-out single for Willie McCovey. Brings up Willie Mays. Roll strategy for McNally. Nothing happening. 4-2 is the ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium. 2-5, and that's a rare play. So we're going to the rare play book in replay baseball, and that's done by out and base runner situation. Both of those things are taken into consideration. The base running situation is a runner on first. So we'll get to our runner on first chart. And the out situation are 2 outs. Roll 2d6s and add them up. Get a 7. So on a 7, let's go to runner on first and 2 outs and a 7. So grounder to second, grounder to short, and grounder to third based on the outs. Since there's 2 outs, it's a grounder to third. Third baseman fields the ball and throws to second for an inning-ending force play, but his throw is off target. Roll 1 die against second baseman's defensive rating. If die is higher, runner is out at second base, making the stretch. Okay, so rating of the second baseman, Davy Johnson, his range is a 3. So if this is a 1, 2, or 3, he will make the, well, actually, does it say higher? Yeah, well, I'm going to say it's the same because I'm using a different game, so I kind of have to tweak it a little bit. So basically, it's a 1, 2, or 3, and Davy Johnson will hold the bag, and the force play will be completed to end the inning. Roll a 4, 5, or 6, it pulls him off the bag. We give Brooks Robinson an error, and we have runners at first and second. That's a 5, so it's an E5. Wild throw by Brooks Robinson, rare Brooks Robinson error, but it's an E5 and as he pulls him off the bag. And now that puts runners at first and second with 2 down. The Orioles thought they were out of the inning, but Robinson got a little sloppy. McNally to Hart, nothing on the strategy. 4, 5 is a range play, so we're going to range play on Jimmy Ray Hart. 1, 1 is a ground ball to short. That's the range of Belanger. He is a 3. And he got it. So Belanger makes the play. That saved a run. That would have certainly brought in another run had that gotten through. But Belanger makes the play, and they make up for the error. Picks up his teammate, Brooks Robinson. Now we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 Giants. Orioles looking to get something done. I wonder if they're going to pinch hit for McNally. He comes up 4th this inning. If they've got some runners on base, they may very well pinch hit for McNally. They do have activity in the bullpen, as a matter of fact, as we're speaking. They have right-hander Dick Hall in the bullpen. So Dick Hall is loosening. Make sure. Let me check one more thing here. Checked yesterday, or the previous game score sheet. Dick Hall did pitch 1 inning, so he can go 1 inning. I don't know if I want to pitch him 2 innings or not. We'll wait and see how it plays out. McCormick to Johnson, 5-2 is a walk, or not a walk, it's a blank rather. Johnson, 5-5 against a lefty. That's a split, single past third base, so base hit for Davy Johnson. And now Merv Retman has picked up a bat and would be the pinch hitter if he gets to bat this inning. Right now it's Andy Etchebarren. Nothing happened on the strat. McCormick 5-6 against a righty. It's a blank, so Etchebarren gets the swing. 2-6 is a star 3. It's a fly to right, out number 1. That brings up Belanger. Nothing happening. McCormick 5-5. Again, he's not tired, so there's no single. Belanger 3-3, question mark 9 against a lefty, goes all the way to 19. That's a 16. It becomes a triple for Mark Belanger. Against a righty, that would have been a fly out to right, but against a lefty, that is a triple. Because that's 16, that is a triple to right field. So an RBI triple for Belanger, and the Orioles are on the board, cutting the lead to 3-1. And I believe Earl's going to go to the pen and go to his pinch hitters because they need offense. They're down 3-1. They need some more runs. 1 run's not going to do it. So McNally is going to be lifted after just 5 innings of pitching, giving up 3 runs. So he just was not on his A game by any means. And let's see, they might actually have a different pitcher than Hall. We'll wait and see. It could very well be Dave Leonard. In fact, I think it is going to be Dave Leonard, actually. Well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't want to get ahead. I don't want to be presumptuous until we actually get there. Actually, it's not going to be Retman. I'll take it back. Or will it? Let's see. Actually, Retman does... No, actually, Kurt Moten does a whole lot better against lefties. So it's going to be Kurt Moten. I'm going to call Retman back and use Kurt Moten. So Kurt Moten will pinch hit, and he's got a lot of splits that favor him against lefties. So he is in there to pinch hit in the big spot. Infield for the Giants is back. They will give up the run to get the out. They need outs. Roll strategy to make sure there's no balk. There's not. So McCormick to Moten. 6-4. And that is against a right-hander. That is a home run check. He's a 20. That's an 18. It is gone. A 2-run pinch hit homer for Kurt Moten on the 6-4. How about that? Talk about a slick move by Earl Weaver. Had he left McNally in there, that would have been doom, because McNally would have had a 4 for a home run, and that would have failed, and he would have had hit off his own card. But in this case, Moten against lefties is a 20. That's an 18, so it doesn't really matter. It's a 2-run homer from Kurt Moten, and just like that, the game is tied at 3, and Earl Weaver now has a smile on his face, grinning from ear to ear. Kurt Moten comes through with the big hit. Now McNally will leave the ball game, and they'll have to turn over to the bullpen. But now the game is tied. So with the game tied, they will be going to Dick Hall, because he's more their setup guy, and they want their best pitcher in there while it's tied. Meanwhile, McCormick now has to regroup. Game is tied. 3-6 strikeout chance, and he gets Buford for out number 2. 2 down, and that brings up Paul Blair. 2-1 range play. Blair 6-3. It's a single to center, but it's a range check for Willie Mays, who's a 2. And he got it. So Willie Mays makes the play, ends the inning. But a big 3 spot. It wasn't Earl Weaver's 3-run homer. It was a 2-run homer, so it was close enough. Earl Weaver will take it. And just like that, we are tied at 3 after 5 complete. And now, let's see how they want to play this. Starting this, actually, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go to Tom Phoebus, because he's got more relief. He can face 11 batters. So they're going to go to Tom Phoebus to at least start the inning. If he gets into trouble, they will have a quick hook, I do believe. But Tom Phoebus is going to be on to pitch. And he is now the pitcher of record. No decision for Dave McNally. So Jack Hyatt will lead it off, and McCormick bats third this inning, so this might be it for McCormick as well. Phoebus 2-5 is a walk plus, so not a good start to walk Hyatt. And Hyatt getting the start today, he has reached base all 3 times, so nice move by putting him in there. Hyatt has no attempt. There is a +1 though from Phoebus, so we'll see what happens. But nothing's happening. Here's Hal Lanier. 2-5, and that's a walk plus. Boy, Earl Weaver's not gonna tolerate this very long at all. And Phoebus may not even get to stay around much longer. McCormick's gonna come out for a pinch hitter. His day is done. He's gonna go 5 innings and give up 3 runs. And we'll get a pinch hitter for the Giants. And let's see who they're gonna use, or they're gonna call on. They're gonna call on Dave Marshall, the left-hander. Dave Marshall is in to pinch hit. And in the bullpen for the Orioles, they also have Pete Rickard, a lefty, and Dick Hall, the righty. So they're not going to play around with Phoebus too much longer. Those 2 walks to start the inning were not something that's going to get you in Earl Weaver's good graces, especially after you come back and tie the game. Nothing on the strat roll. Infield is at double play depth. 1-4, that's a range play at the ballpark for Marshall. 2-6 is a star 1, which is a ground ball to first. They are at double play depth, so Boog Powell is not a 4 anymore. He's down to a 3. His range is a 3. And he gets to it, so it could be a double play. It could be a 3-6-3 double play. We'll wait and see. He's a 0. He's a 0. They were in halfway. It makes him a 1. The pivot at short is also a 1, so it makes it a 2. 1-2 for the double play. And they can't turn it. The 4 is greater than Lanier's run rating, so will be a 3-6 fielder's choice. So Marshall reaches on the 3-6 fielder's choice. Hyatt goes to third. So runners are at the corners now with 1 out, and we're flipping to the top of the order for Fuentes. Phoebus still going to hang in there. Fuentes not nearly as good against right-handers. Roll the strat, roll Marshall. Let's see. He's at first base now. Does he have any attempt? Marshall's attempt is a 2. Plus the 1 from Phoebus gives him a 3. It's a 2, so that means Marshall's going to try to steal. So bring Marshall back. His attempt was a 2, plus the 1 is a 3. That is a 2. So his stolen base attempt is only a 2. So do you even want to try it? I don't think he can try it because he's a 2. Minus 1 would be a 1. Minus 3 from Echebrand. So he can't steal. So never mind that. Thought about it, but thought better of it. And we'll just have Fuentes swing away. Infield is... They're going to play double play depth. They're going to take a chance that they can turn the double play. So we'll see how they do it. Phoebus is looking for the K. 2-5 is another walk plus chance. And so he will walk again, his third walk of the inning. And that may be it. Earl, I don't think is going to take any more of this. So Phoebus is out of there. He goes a third of an inning. Third of an inning and walks 3 batters. He's going to come out, and Dick Hall, trying to get out of this mess, is going to be coming on. So Dick Hall coming on to try to get out of this. Phoebus just did not have it. He had control issues. He is the depends player of the game so far with his control problems. Bases are loaded, 1 out for Bobby Bonds. Infield playing double play depth because Bonds is a 2. He's a +1, makes it a 3. They're halfway, makes it a 4. And the pivots are 1, makes it a 5. So it makes perfect sense for them to play for the traditional double play. So here's the pitch from Hall. 3-3 is a strikeout chance. 17, though, is too much. Bonds will swing. 4-1 is a star 5. That's a fly to left. It could be a sacrifice fly. His sacrifice fly rating is a 1. That fails. But what about the runner on third, who is Hyatt, who's only a 2? Hyatt's only a 2. Left fielder arm in left field. Buford is a 1. Makes it a 3. So a 3 or less, he will score. The only way he's out is if he rolled double 6s. Anything else above a 3, he's got to hold. 5, he's got to hold. So he cannot make it. That ball was not deep enough by Hunt. So, wait a minute. Should that have been Hunt? That should have been Hunt, right? That should have been Hunt, not Bonds. So let's see here. What did I have? I had a star 5. It was a 4-1. So it should have been a fly to right, not a fly to left, because it was a 4-1 for Hunt. It was a 4-1 originally for Bonds, which was a star 5, which was a fly to left. This should have been a straight out fly to right. Right fielder Bonds is a 0. I'm sorry, right fielder Robinson is a -1. So he wouldn't have made it anyway. It's just a fly to right. So he's not out. It's just, I want to make sure I get it right. All right, so a little confusion there with the pitching change and everything like that, but I think we're straight now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Infield can go back to deep positioning. Dick Hall trying to get out of this mess and keep the score right where it is. Trying to pick up the pieces of Tom Phoebus, who ran into issues. But he's got to face Bobby Bonds with the bases loaded and 2 down. Hall the pitch, 6-2, strikeout chance, but 17 is too much. Bonds will swing 5-6, and he's going to single to right field. So Bonds comes through with a base hit to right field. Hyatt will score. We'll check Marshall. He was the pinch runner, and he was at second base. Marshall's base running rating is a 4. Their 2 outs makes him a 5. The single to right field. You add 1, makes him a 6. Frank Robinson's a -1's a 5. So 1 to 5, anything other than 6, he will score. And he does. So it's a 2-run single. 2-run single for Bobby Bonds. Fuentes to go from first to third should be able to make that without a throw because he runs at a 4. There are 2 outs, makes it a 5. First to third, he gain 2, makes it a 7. -1, make it a 6. So he will make it without a throw. But those 2 runs are charged to Mr. Phoebus. And now the Giants grab a 5-3 lead on the big RBI 2-run single by Bobby Bonds, as Dick Hall was not able to hold the fort. Strategy roll for Bonds. 6, he cannot steal. They're not going to do a hit and run with 2 outs and a runner at third. So Willie McCovey is the batter. Now the question is, do you bring in the lefty Rickert to face McCovey? I think you kind of have to. So they can't afford to give up any more runs. They got to play like it's almost the 9th inning. So Dick Hall is out of there. And Pete Rickert, the only lefty in their bullpen. But this is the one guy on the Giants that you want to bring a lefty in against, and that's McCovey, because he has so much more better material against the right-handers. So Rickert, his job is just to get McCovey, basically. Although he could pitch some more, but his main focus is to get McCovey. He does have a pickoff chance, so we'll roll for that. Nothing happening. Rickert to McCovey. And he does have the special K as well. 4-3. That's a strikeout chance. 12. 13 minus the 2 is an 11, so he does not strike him out. McCovey does get to swing. 6-1, and he singles to right field. So how do you like that? That will put a 3rd run on the board for the Orioles. They pick up the 3 runs that they gave up. I'm sorry, for the Giants, rather. So the Orioles got the 3 runs, and they gave it right back. As Fuentes will score to make it 6-3. Bonds, I believe, will go to 3rd automatically. Yes, he will. He's a 5. He becomes more than a 6, so with the 2 outs and 1st to 3rd, so he will go there. RBI single from McCovey. It is now 6-3 Giants to get their 3-run lead right back, and Earl is no longer smiling, as you might imagine. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Rickert now facing Willie Mays. Strategy roll, nothing happening. 5-2, possible error on a ground ball. Mays, 4-4. That's a single to center. Single to center. It's another base hit. No error on Blair, but it will be a base hit. And I'm going to need my correction tape because now we're up to 4 runs for the Giants. I guess I should have waited till the inning's over to write these numbers in. But that's now 4 runs for the Giants. They now lead it 7-3 on the base hit by Willie Mays. Base hit to center field. McCovey doesn't run all that well. He runs out of 3, actually. With 2 outs, he becomes a 4. Blair is a -2 arm, makes him a 2. 1st to 3rd to go on a center is a -1, so it becomes a 1. So McCovey needs a 1 to get to 3rd base. And it's a 6. That means McCovey is going to be out trying. So McCovey is out of there. 8-5 to end the inning. But damage done. 4 runs for the Orioles. And it might be all for Rickert. We'll wait and see. But 4 runs for the Giants, as they now lead it 7-3. And with the hopes that the Oriole fans have quickly faded, unless they could get something against the bullpen. Now, Giants may be looking for a double switch, possibly, or no. No, they're just going to go to a short reliever because the pitcher bats 4th next inning. So let's see who they're going to go to here. They're going to Ron Herbel. Ron Herbel will be coming on to pitch in back of McCormick. And their bullpen is well rested because Lindsey was the only one that pitched in the first game. And, of course, they got the off day for traveling tomorrow after Marshall went 8 innings. So McMahon, Herbel, all these guys haven't pitched yet. They're fresh. Here's Frank Robinson. He will lead it off against Herbel. 6-6 is a range play. 4-5, and that is a star 5, which is a fly to left. So the range of Jimmy Ray Hart is only a 2. But he gets it. How about that? Jimmy Ray Hart. A little bit early to bring in defensive replacements, so normally they bring in a better defensive player, but if it was in the 8th inning or so, probably would, but not here in the 6th because he does get to bat next inning. So, but they took a chance and it paid off. He got the 2, he got the out. Here's Boog Powell, 2-6, strikeout chance, 19 too much. Boog Powell, 3-6, ground ball to short. 2 down. So Ron Herbel stepping to the plate literally and figuratively. Not literally, but figuratively, stepping up to the plate for the Giants and getting 2 big outs. Brooks Robinson, 2-6, strikeout chance, 11's too much. Go to Brooksy, 6-2. Question mark 9 against a right-hander goes to 12, but that's a 14. It's just a fly to right, and the inning is over. Sorry about the messy score sheet there, but that's a 4 spot right there. So it is 7-3, in favor of the Giants as we go to the 7th inning. Now, Jimmy Ray Hart's the leadoff batter. He kills left-handed pitching, so do you really want Rickard in there? I don't think so. So Rickard will leave, and we'll go to another pitcher. This will be pitcher number 5 for the Orioles, and they will go to Dave Leonard. So Leonard is on, and really the only bullpen pitcher they have left is their closer, Eddie Watt, and he'll probably pitch at some point in this game, just not right now because they need to get a couple of innings in. So Leonard, well, you know what? Earl Weaver's he's gonna go against the norm. Eddie Watt's gonna come in and pitch right now and try to keep things right where they are because he's gonna bat 4th this inning. So he just wants Eddie Watt to pitch this inning right here to keep it the score where it is in the 7th inning, and he'll figure the rest out later. Right now, Jimmy Ray Hart facing Eddie Watt. 3-4, possible error. 5-4, that is a split chance. Ground ball to first base. Boog Powell's error rating is a 4. That is a 4. It will be an error on Boog Powell. How about that? E3. Second error of the game for the Orioles. Pitching defense in the 3-run homer is the monicum of the Orioles, and so far the pitching and the defense have both taken the day off, apparently. So leadoff error. Watt now with the strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's Hyatt. 6-4, and against a right-hander, that's a strikeout chance, but 13 will be too much. That's a 14 minus the 2. So Hyatt gets the swing. 1-4, and that's a single to right field, so even the closer's not working out for him. Jimmy Ray Hart runs at a 3 to go from first to third. You gain 2, makes him a 5. But then you got the -1 from Robinson, makes him a 4. 1-4, he makes it to third base. 6, he does not make it to third base. And actually, he will make it to third base, but the runner Hyatt's going to be caught in a rundown. So since it's a 6, since the white die is a 6, he does make it to third base, but Hyatt's caught in a rundown. And that's the rundown chart. When you get a 6-6, you go to the rundown chart. Right here, rundown chart. So we come over to the rundown chart right here. 1, runner out quickly, no others advance. If the roll is greater than the BR, then runner out, no advance for others. If it's a 6, he's actually safe. So this has to be a 6 for him to make it, otherwise he's going to be out. And he's out. So he's out on a rundown. I'm not sure how I want to play. I'm going to call it 9. I'm going to call it 9 to 6 to 4 to 6, just to be creative. Say he's got caught in a rundown, and Hart now is the runner at third base with 1 out. So now the infield is going to have to come in for Hal Lanier. Watt with the strategy pitch, nothing happening. Infield is in, 4-3. He's not tired, so there's no single. Lanier swings, 6-2. Ground ball back to the pitcher. That freezes the runner. 2 down. Because with the infield in, you lose 2. That would make him a 1. And he's not going to try it. He's going to hold. So now that brings up the pitcher spot. Herbal, do you want to leave him in there, or do you want to, you know what? They're going to let Herbal pitch, or hit for himself, rather. I do believe. So we go to the generic pitcher hitting card, because Herbal doesn't have one, as he's a relief pitcher and barely used, or barely get a chance to hit. So we will get the generic, if I can find, it's assuming I can find it. That's the top thing here. And I did find it. So we got the generic pitcher hitting card for the 69 Giants, and that will represent Ron Herbal, as he is going to stay in there. He only faced 3 batters, and they want to get an extra inning out of him if possible. So Herbal was going to stay in there. Infield back to normal depth. Nothing on the pickoff. Watt, 1-3 against a right-hander. Herbal's a righty. That's a star line. So that's going to end the inning with a ground ball to third to end the inning. So Watt pitches 1 inning and keeps him off the scoreboard. Herbal will come back out and try to get 2 innings in the books. It'll be Dave Johnson, Etchebarren, and Belanger. Although we could see a pinch hitter for Etchebarren. That's very possible, as he was in there against the lefty, but now that he's facing a righty, they could go to some lefties off their bench. Elrod Hendricks for one, Clay Dalrymple for another, Dave May for another. Let's see how they want to play this. Well, let's get there first. Let's go to J.B. Johnson. Not get ahead of. Keep trying to get ahead of myself here. 2-1's a strikeout chance. 10 is too much. Johnson gets to swing. 4-6, and he grounds to second. 1 away. All right, here's Etchebarren. He's a 249 hitter, and realistically, he's not carded that badly against righties, so I'm going to go ahead and let him face the righty. Herbal, 6-6 is a range play. Etchebarren, 1-5 is a fly to center. That's Willie Mays. He's a 2, and he can't get it. Is it a single or a double? It is a single, so Etchebarren gets the 1-out single. They are in runner safe mode at the moment, down by 3 runs. Strategy roll, 20, chance for a balk. 1-2 for a balk. And it's a balk. So Herbal will balk. Herbal will balk. That'll move the runner to second base with 1 out. Now Herbal to Belanger. 3-6 is a blank. 4-6. Single to left field. This could be a run here. We'll see, although Etchebarren doesn't run well. But they are runner safe, so he's going to hold automatically because they're not going to take any chances on the base paths, down by 3. And now we need a pinch hitter for the Orioles, and it'll be Dave May, the lefty. Dave May, a lefty, is on to pinch hit. Herbal's still in there, but the Giant bullpen is loosening, as Don McMahon, the right-hander, is loosening in the bullpen. But Dave May will pinch hit for the pitcher, Eddie Watt. Runners at the corners with 1 out, and the infield is at normal depth. Normal double play depth, I should say. They're going to try for this traditional double play attempt. Make sure there's no balk again. There's not. All right, so Herbal facing May. 4-1 is a blank. We go to Dave May's card. 1-6. He's going to single to right field. Pinch hit single for Dave May. Another tradition of Earl Weaver's Orioles is all those great pinch hitters. May comes up with a base hit. They're still runner safe, so Belanger will stop at second. Runners are at first and second. Well, let's see. Yeah, because actually, you know what? I think Belanger will get third base because he's a 4 base running rating, and you get a +2, so he actually does get to third base. There's not even a throw to calculate. So he does get to third. Even in runner safe mode, he does get to third. So runners are at the corners again with 1 run in and 1 out. And now that may be all for Mr. Herbal. I think that might be the coup de grace for Mr. Herbal. He will leave, and Don McMahon will be coming on to try to get out of this mess for the Giants. Herbal did give them an inning and a third, but now it's up to Mr. McMahon to get him out of the mess. Don Buford, leadoff man, switch hitter. Now the Orioles are no longer in runner safe mode because they're only down by 2 runs, and the tying runs are on base. So no longer on safe mode. And Dave May, I don't think he would try to steal, but we'll take a look. His attempt is a 2. Let's see if he can get a jump. He cannot. All right, so McMahon to Buford, and McMahon does have the special Ks. Keep an eye on. 1-4. Buford is a switch hitter batting left, so that's a blank. So Buford gets the swing. 2-3, and that's a single to center field by Don Buford. How about that? RBI single as Belanger will score. And on a single to center, May runs at a 3. The single to center, you lose 1. Makes him a 2. The arm of Mays is a 0. So 1-2, he can make it to third base. Now he's got to hold at second. So May will hold at second base. But all of a sudden now it is a 7-5 game. And back come the Orioles. Earl Weaver's getting a little bit of a grin back on him now, thinking, here come my boys. It is 1 out, And there is no strategy roll, so going to eschew that. Infield is at double play depth for Paul Blair. 4-1. That's a hit by pitch chance. Blair's a 2, -3, so no hit by pitch. But Blair swings. 3-1. That's a double to left field. So how about that? Here come the Orioles all of a sudden tattooing the ball. May will score to make it a 7-5 game. Let's see if Buford can score. Buford runs at a 4. The double to left. A double to left, you lose 1, so it makes him a 3. But the left fielder's arm is a +1, makes it a 4. So 1-4, he will score and the game will be tied. And it is. So how about that? An RBI, 2 RBI double, 2-run double for Paul Blair, and the game is tied. So Herbal, all 3 of those runs are charged to Mr. Herbal. How about that? All 3 runs are charged to Herbal. Check that. 2 runs are charged to Herbal. One is charged to McMahon. And we got a tie game. And now you got to wonder if McMahon might be struggling. Here's Frank Robinson. We are tied at 7 here in the 7th. Runner at second with 1 out. Paul Blair. 5-5, and that's a blank against a right-hander, so Robinson gets the swing. 4-4. Star 4, that's a ground ball to second. That will move the runner to third with 2 outs. For the big man, Boog Powell. Boog Powell has a chance now to to put the Orioles in the lead. And Dave Leonard will be coming on for the Orioles in relief. He is the bullpen pitcher that will be coming in. Dave Leonard. So here is Boog Powell. Runner at third and 2 down. 2-2 is a strikeout chance, but 20 is too much. Powell gets the swing. 6-4, he's going to ground to second. The inning's over, but damage done for the Orioles. They put up a 4 spot. It is 7-7 after 7. So after a 3-1 pitching duel in game 1, the bats have come to play for both teams today. It is 7-7 through 7, and Dave Leonard will be the new pitcher for the Orioles. And there could be a double switch because they want Leonard to go, to give him some length. But who do you double switch with? Do you take out Boog Powell or Frank Robinson? That would be awful tough to do. Although Frank Robinson has struggled, but he's just too good to take out. You can't take him out. So I think they're just going to have to play it and let it go. Dave Leonard's going to be in there and just do what he can do for as long as he can do it. And he's going to face Tito Fuentes, top of the order. We're in the 8th, tied at 7 apiece. In this wild and woolly game 2, all the bullpen guys are available because tomorrow's a travel day to San Fran, so they get the rest there, so they can wear them out in this game if they want. Leonard to Fuentes, 6-2 is a potential walk. 12 is too high for that. Go to Fuentes, 5-4. He's going to single to left field, so back come the Giants in this back and forth game. Fuentes with a single. His attempt is a 2. Nothing's happening. Infield double play depth for Ron Hunt. And he is a 5 bunter, so you wonder if they might want to try to bunt here. I think they will. They're going to play for the bunt. Oops, forgot to roll strategy. My bad. Let's roll strategy with the pickoff first. And there's no pickoff. Now we roll for Leonard, 2-4. Home run question mark, but we're playing for a bunt. So that's going to be out of the equation, plus a 1. That 9 would not fit in anyway. But it's a straight bunt for Ron Hunt now. He's a 5, it becomes a 4. 4 and a 20 though, that's bad news. A 4 and a 20 is bunted too hard, proceeds you would as a ground ball double play. The 3 means it goes to Boog Powell. So we're going to have a double play opportunity. 3-6-3 potentially would be the double play chance. He's a 1. They're halfway, makes it a 2. The pivot at short is a 1, makes it a 3. 1-3 is a double play. Nope, it's a 5. And the 5 is greater than Fuentes, so it will be a 3-6 force play on the bunt. So the FCB is what I call it, Fielder's Choice Bunt, as Ron Hunt couldn't get the bunt down. And they get the force play on Fuentes. Hunt now, strategy roll. The 2 means you got a chance for a hit and run with Bobby Bonds, but I don't think you want to hit and run with Bobby Bonds. So we're going to just let Bonds swing away. Leonard 4-6 blank. We go to Bonds' card. 1-3. It's a fly to center. That's out number 2 as Paul Blair puts it away. And that'll bring up McCovey. Leonard, strategy roll. Nothing happening. 5-6. Possible error on a ground ball. McCovey 3-4. That's a single. That's a 9. The error on Johnson's a 5. So there will be no error, but it will be a single to second or past second. And Hunt, who runs at a 4, and with 2 outs, he becomes a 5. He will easily take third base. So runners are at the corners with 2 down for Willie Mays. Say hey, Willie. Roll the strategy roll. Nothing happening. 2 outs. Leonard trying to get out of the mess. 6-6 is a range play. Infield isn't normal depth, so they keep all their ranges. Willie Mays, 2-6. That's a double to center, but it's a range play for Blair. He's a 4. 1-4, and the game stays tied. And it does. So Paul Blair takes the double away. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 7. So on that one, Oriole fans kind of had their lump in their throat, but Earl Weaver said, not a problem. I got my man Paul Blair out there. He will handle it. So now for the Giants, let's see. Do they want to stick with McMahon? He's faced 5. He would be tired if McMahon comes back. He would be tired. So I believe they're going to their bullpen. And they're going to go to Bobby Bolin. So Bobby Bolin is in the bullpen for the Giants. He will be coming on to face Brooks Robinson, Johnson, and Echeverrin. Those are the scheduled hitters. Bobby Bolin. 5-6 is a blank. We go to Brooks Robinson. 6-1 lines at Harbert right at third base and right at Tito Fuentes. 1 away. Here's Davey Johnson. 3-3 strikeout chance. It's an 8. Too high, so Johnson gets the swing. 5-2 ground ball to short. Hal Lanier is there. 2 down. So Bolin coming in and pitching well. That brings up Echeverrin with 2 outs and the bases clear. They're going to let Echeverrin swing. Not pinch hit for him. 4-5. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-1. Star 2 is a fly to right, though, so no error. And that's going to take us to the 9th inning. Tied at 7. Tied at 7 apiece as we start the 9th. Jimmy Ray Hart, the batter, against Dave Leonard. Bolin will most likely pitch another inning unless it gets down to his part of the order. He is the 4th man to bat in the inning. So he could be pinch hit for if the situation dictates it. Leonard can face 10 batters. He's only faced 5, so he's still good to go. Facing Jimmy Ray Hart. 2-1. Possible home run right off the bat. Jimmy Ray Hart's a 4. That is a 4. It is gone. Jimmy Ray Hart homers to start the top of the 9th. How do you like that? Talk about taking the air out of the sails of a team. That 2-1 home run, 4 and a 4. Stadium doesn't change it. Jimmy Ray Hart with the base hit. And now Frank Lindsay is loosening in the Giant bullpen to try to get another save as they now have an 8-7 lead. Here's Jack Hyatt. Leonard to Hyatt. 1-4 is a potential walk, but that's too high, even with Hyatt's numbers because of the -1. That was a 20. So here's Hyatt. 5-1. He grounds it to short. 1 away. Brings up Hal Lanier, and the pitcher spot is on deck, so there will be a pinch hitter for Bobby Bolin. He will be pinch hit for. And I believe Ken Henderson has picked up a bat and will hit for the Giants. So Ken Henderson will be the next hitter. It'll be Ken Henderson. Ken Henderson will follow Lanier. Leonard, 6-3 is an automatic out. That's a star line. Lanier, the star line on a 4 is a ground ball to third. Brooks Robinson takes care of it. 2 down, and now we get the pinch hitter, Ken Henderson, switch hitting outfielder. He will pinch hit against Dave Leonard with 2 outs and the bases clear. but damage already done by the Jimmy Ray Hart home run. 1-3 is the ballpark card going to Memorial Stadium for Ken Henderson. 5-2. He's going to double to center field. A pinch hit double for Ken Henderson off the ballpark card. So Ken Henderson gets a pinch hit double. And now Leonard's got to really bear down here. He has now faced 9 batters. This will be batter number 10. So after Fuentes, he would become tired. But he's not tired yet. No pick off. So here comes Fuentes. Leonard to Fuentes. 3-2 blank. I'm sorry, 3-2 is an error on a throw possibly. Fuentes 5-1. And against a right-hander, that's a split chance. It's a fly to left. It would have been a double to left against a lefty, but against a righty, fly to left ends the inning, and of course with no throw there, so no worries about an error. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Orioles. They trail it 8-7. And Frank Lindsay, who had a shaky save in his first outing in Game 1, is back again to try to get the save here in Game 2. Bobby Bolin would get the win, and Leonard would take the loss if the score stays the way it is. For the Orioles, it'll be Belanger and then a pinch hitter for Leonard. And that pinch hitter, I believe, is going to be Chico Simone. He's the highest average they have. So it's going to be Belanger, Simone, and Buford. So Chico Simone will pinch hit here in the 9th. But first things first is Mark Belanger. Belanger has singled and tripled. He's 2 for 3. And now he's got to do it against the closer, Frank Lindsay, who had 11 saves on the season. 8-7, Giants. 4-3, that's a ball 1. Try again. 2-5, that's a blank. We go to Belanger's card. 3-5, ground ball to short. Hal Lanier is there, 1 away. Rally caps on in the Oriole dugout, but may not be working. Here's Chico Simone. 5-2 is a blank. We go to Simone. 3-4. 3-4 is a split chance, and against a right-hander, that is a single past third base. So base hit for Chico Simone. Base hit. Simone. Now let's see if they can bring in a pinch runner, because this run is the tying run. Who they have that can run on the bench? They do have Merv Retman. He's going to be the pinch runner. He's a good hitter, but he runs at a 4, which is a lot better than Simone. I'm sorry, Simone runs at a 4. I was looking at his bunt rating. My bad. There will not be a pinch hitter for Simone. Simone runs at a 4, so he's going to stay right where he is. And Don Buford is the batter. Now, can Simone get a jump? -1 on Lindsay. He has no attempt to steal, so cannot steal. Infield is at double play depth, and Lindsay to Buford. 5-1 is a potential walk, and he will walk him. So that puts 2 on with 1 out. The tying run is now in scoring position. The winning run is at first base in Buford. And that brings up Paul Blair. And the Giants don't really have anything left in the bullpen, at least not anything you want to bring in. They've used McMahon, Herbal, and Bolin. And I think the only one they have left, well, they do have Ron Bryant, a lefty, and they do have Ray Sadecki, a lefty. So Sadecki is loosening. When it gets to Boog Powell's turn, we very well may see Ray Sadecki. So Ray Sadecki is loosening to come in to potentially face Boog Powell if it gets that far. We shall see, just looking ahead in the lineup. Right now it's Paul Blair. Lindsay to Blair. 5-2 is a blank. We go to Paul Blair's card. 2-6, star 4. That's a ground ball to third, potential double play. He's a 2. They're halfway, makes it a 3. The pivot at second base is a 0. 1-3, and the ball game is over. Or did it go to third? Did it go to third? It did go to third, so I got to see which way the double play is going to go. Because when they're first and second, you have a double play chart. You roll 1d6 to find out where the ball is hit. So let's do that first. It's a 6, which means it's in the hole. The only double play chance is second to first. That's the only way they can do it, is second to first. And the totals, again, comes to a 3. So 1-3, the game is over. 4 or 5, it's a fielder's choice with the runner at first being out at second and runners on the corners. A 6, and both runners advance. 1-3, though, the game is over on the double play. It's a 3, it's a double play, and it's over. How do you like that? 5, 4, 3 around the horn. They turn it, and the ball game is over, and Earl Weaver is not a happy man as the Giants win it by this, and I'm making a mess of the score sheet, aren't I? They win it by the score of 8-7. Boy, let me fix that. That's just nasty. I'm writing the wrong team in the wrong spot here. San Francisco 8, Baltimore 7. There's your final. And the Giants now take a seemingly commanding 2-0 lead in the series. Frank Lindsay gets his second save. There will be an off day for travel to the West Coast, and it will be Jim Palmer taking on Gaylord Perry in Game 3 of the series as we shift to Candlestick Park. And Earl Weaver's going to hope that the West Coast treats him well, because the home cooking certainly did not. And he's kind of frustrated right now as his team has dropped yet another game, and they trail it 2-0 in this best of 7. And he's got to deal with Gaylord Perry, a very tough Gaylord Perry, in Game 3. Granted, he does have Jim Palmer going for him, but you still got to deal with Gaylord Perry. That's still not a pleasant possibility, because Gaylord Perry has been pitching very well in the regular season leading into this. So that's going to do it from here. A very wild one. Score sheet's a mess. 8-7, that's all you need to know. Jimmy Ray Hart, the hero, with the home run in the top of the 9th off of Mr. Leonard of the Orioles, and that was enough to get it done and put the Orioles away. Dave Leonard takes the loss. The win goes to Boland. The save goes to Lindsay. Giants lead it 2-0, and we have a day off and go to Candlestick. And Earl's going to try to rally the troops on the off day and see if they can get it going for him. But right now, Giants lead it 2-0. Hope you enjoyed that wild presentation of Inside Pitch. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.